What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and welcome to an episode of 5. This is a new playlist I'm going to put up, and it's going to be 5 knives. The first episode I've already done, but I got to change the title and make it episode 1. This is going to be episode 2, and episode 1 was 5 fifth pocket carry knives, and episode 2 is going to be a continuation of 5 fifth pocket carry knives. And if anyone is confused by what I mean by fifth pocket, I mean that little pocket right above your front pocket in your jeans. It has, some people may call it a coin pocket. I've always called it a fifth pocket, but these are little knives that will fit in there very comfortably and fit all the way in. They don't stick up in your way or anything. And if you just want something small and light to carry, these will work great for that. Or if you want a secondary, these work great as a secondary in that little fifth pocket. You almost forget it's there, honestly, with a lot of these knives because they're so small and lightweight. And number 1 on the list, and these are in no particular order, by the way, although the last one is going to be my favorite. And the last one will be my favorite between both videos. Out of all 10 knives, the last one here will be my overall favorite knife. So this is the Civivi Odium. I'll give you the specs on this one real quick. The Odium is 6.19 inches long, close length is 3.5 inches, blade length is 2.65 inches, blade thickness is 120 thousandths. It is D2 blade steel. The weight is 2.4 ounces. My card is scales on this one, but there are some different variations. With D2, a coated blade's the way to go. So that is number 1 on the list, the Civivi Odium. Next up on the list is one that should not surprise anybody. The CJRB Maileah. I'd never had one of these before. Never got one in hand. I wasn't very crazy about the overall look of it, the shape of it, right? So I never bought one, and I'm regretting that decision. By the way, this knife was sent by my buddy Craig. This knife was sent by my buddy, this Puerto Rican fucker that goes by Jason on Instagram. His Instagram handle is Puerto Rican with a knife or something like that. But if you call him a fucker, he'll become friends with you. So believe it or not, it's true. And if the word fucker offends you, I apologize, but it'll be okay. Honestly, give him a follow on Instagram also. He's funny as shit, so he will crack you up on Instagram. Got a lot of cool knives also, and he sent me a few knives for this video, and I'm going to be doing some reviews of these knives too before I send them back to him, but this is one he sent me. This is the CJRB Maileah. This overall length is 5.5 inches. Closed length is only 3.14 inches. Blade length is 2.4 inches. This is AR RPM 9 blade steel. G10 scales. Liner lock. Both of these first two were liner locks. And this one is 2.3 ounces. Pretty comfortable. It is definitely a 3-finger knife. You can choke up a little bit here, but you gotta be careful so you don't get on an edge. But if you hold it right like this, you can actually pull the knife back into your palm if you put your finger in the right place there, and it makes it pretty comfortable. And it goes in and out of the fifth pocket like a dream. Both of these first two knives go in. All these knives go in and out of the fifth pocket like a dream. They're all fantastic, and this is a great little knife. And this is stainless steel with the Artisan Cutlery's proprietary steel, the AR RPM 9. So that is the Maileah. There's actually a larger size of this too, called the More Maileah. Next up, we have another Civivi sent in by Jason on Instagram. This is the Civivi Baby Banter. I got to do my review of this. I think you'll see that review before you see this video, and I'm going to compare it to the Wiha Banter. So this is one of my favorites for sure. This one has some of the best ergos for a little knife you're going to feel. It really does. It just rides so well in your hand. It feels so good in your hand. You can grip it back here with 3 fingers, but it doesn't make any sense. But when you go up to this forward finger choil they cut in, it just melts into your hand. It's such a good knife. Stonewash finish on the blade on this one. G10 scales, but you can get these in several different options. Let's give you the specs real quick. Overall length of this knife is 5.46 inches. Closed length is 3.12 inches. Blade length is 2.34 inches. Blade thickness on this one's only 90 thousandths. Flat grind with a drop point. Actually, this is my card, I think. I don't know. I think this is G10. I can't tell. Weight on this one is only 2 ounces, so this is down that bug out range, but obviously it's a much smaller knife than a bug out, but this thing has fantastic action for such a little knife. Thumb flick is amazing. The reverse flick is amazing. The ergos are freaking amazing. I mean, there's only one on the list of this is number 2. My second favorite, honestly. It's just so good in hand. It really is. As far as ergos and going in and out of the pocket. All right, next up on the list is one that has been discontinued, but you can still find this knife. It is still available, and if you haven't got one of these yet, I would recommend it highly. I do have a review of this knife. I don't know if it's out yet, but should be coming soon if it's not. This is the Kizer Fire Ant, and this is a badass little knife, let me tell you. Look at that blade. I can get four fingers on there. It's a little longer than some of the other knives. It's about the same size as the Odium, just a hair longer than the Odium. But it goes in and out of the fifth pocket all the way, and my fifth pocket comes all the way up and hits the clip. So it's in there. You got enough to pull it out. This one is out actually on washers, so this is not going to have that bearing action. This is going to be washer action, which is, this one's pretty much new, so it hasn't been broken in yet. But as you break it in, it will become glassy smooth. And it'll drop a lot better than it does right now. Still does okay, but yeah, it's a little stiff at the moment, but as this knife is deployed and closed, it'll polish those washers in there and make it much smoother. I'll give you the specs on this one. Overall length on this one is 6.5 inches. Blade length is 2.6 inches. Blade thickness is 120 thousandths. Handle length is 3.75 inches. Weight is only 2.5 ounces for a titanium frame lock. S35VM blade steel with a Wharncliffe blade with a flat grind. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. This is an impressive little knife. But these are sold out pretty much everywhere, but I will link them where I found them in the description along with all these knives. But I highly recommend this one, especially if you like a washer knife. If you work in an environment where it's dusty and grimy, and you don't want a bunch of gunk getting around your pivot, go with a washer knife. And this is a fantastic little knife. I've actually fallen in love with this one. This was one Craig sent in. So, and the next one, I actually have two of them here. One was sent by Craig and one was sent by Jason. And they both happened to send me one of these knives to check out. And one of them is brand new. Jason's, I can tell, is brand new. This is the Spyderco Lil Native. I can tell by the way it feels. These are on washers also. This one's pretty much brand new, hasn't been broken in yet. But I have another one here from Craig that has been broken in. And this is another Lil Native. And it will drop like that once you get it broken in and get it tuned right. It will just completely free-for-all drop with that compression lock. These are great knives. This is another one. This is my favorite, obviously. Yeah, it just melts into your hand with that forward finger choil like Spyderco does. Man, it's so comfortable. Both of them. This one's micarta. This one's G10. I think these are aftermarket scales Craig put on here. Pretty sure. But yeah, man, just fantastic little knives. Such good action after it's broken in and tuned properly. Sometimes you have to adjust the pivot a little bit with these, but completely rock solid lock up and just drops. Free-fall drops. Easy to deploy. Reverse flick, Spidey flick I should say, or thumb flick. With the littler knives with the hole, I prefer a thumb flick because it's just more comfortable for me to thumb flick it because it rests in my palm a certain way to do it and it just feels right. I can reverse flick it, but not as easily. But that may just be me with my arthritis. You may not feel the same way, but the thumb flick is amazing. I'll give you the specs on these knives real quick. Okay. Did I close that one? No, I did not close that one. All right, overall length on these are 5.92 inches. Blade length is 2.45 inches. Cutting edge is only 2.05 inches. The weight is 2.5 ounces. They are tip-up right-hand carry only. No, they are reversible. Right or left-hand carry. And these are S30V blade steel. Or this one is. I think this one is also. S30V blade steel. These are the only knives that are made in the USA. They're going to be a little more pricey, but you're getting that Spyderco action and ergos that many of us love, including myself. I love Spyderco. They're my favorite brand for sure because they put ergos ahead of everything for the most part. There's a couple oddballs that may not be the case, but for the most part, most of their knives, they put ergos up front, and this knife feels like a much larger knife in your hand. It really does. It looks to me like a mini Shaman, or obviously a Native 5, but it kind of reminds me of the Shaman, with the compression lock, like a mini Spyderco Shaman. But yeah, this is my favorite for sure, especially when it's broken in like this. Jason will be breaking this one in, I'm sure, in due time. And all of these knives are fantastic knives. And my favorite looks-wise is the Fire Ant. And yeah, I just love the way it looks. Ergos-wise, the Spyderco first, the Baby Banter second, then the other three are probably a tie. But yeah, you can't go wrong with any of these knives. This one may be a little big for a fifth pocket for female jeans or small, very small jeans. But I'm a 32 waist with a 32 length, and it goes in and out of my fifth pocket perfectly and doesn't stick out at all, other than what is required to stick out for where the pocket clip stops. So these are great knives. I'll link them all below. And if you've been looking at this one, I have found it, and I will link it below. And you can pick these up for right around 100 bucks, which is for what you're getting is pretty impressive. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Comment below with your favorite fifth pocket knives. If there are some others out there that you think I should make a part 3 to this video with, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and I will see you on the next one.